Hey all, Brent here with a review of the first two episodes of Isekai no Seikishi Monogatari, which is the new Tenchi spin-off OVA. But don't worry, if you haven't seen Tenchi before, you don't need to watch Tenchi at all to enjoy this OVA. It's releasing this year, currently right now. Only the first two episodes are out so far, or at least have been fan subbed. They're doing about one episode a month, and each episode's about an hour long, so quite a bit of content in there. It's made by AIC, the same folks who did Tenchi, same creator, all that kind of stuff. And it's sort of their Escaflowne, in the sense that it's more of a fantasy show. There are giant robots, but it's fantasy, and it's this kind of quasi-spin-off from Tenchi, although there's very little Tenchi stuff in there. But the main thing is it's not just for Tenchi fans, and I'll get into that in a bit. In fact, I'm going to split this review into sort of two parts. The first is for anyone, even folks who haven't seen Tenchi before, and then at the end I'll talk about some Tenchi-specific stuff. So first off, the girls. Basically, this is sort of a harem anime. Well, it is a harem anime. Main character ends up sort of surrounded by half a dozen girls of various types. And this is one of the things I really appreciate. The girls are not all standard moe archetypes. I mean, you have a loli in there, you have a tsundere, but they're not typical characters. Like the loli is very self-confident, serious, she's a princess, and she's just cool. And just not the typical lowly character. Same thing with the other characters. Just really nice to see. And then Kenshi, the main character, is just really awesome. He's kind of quiet, kind of serious, a little young, so not quite sure of himself. But he's an amazing martial artist. Shockingly world-class good, like ridiculous martial artist. Very cool to see. And we're not quite sure where that's going to go yet, of course. So so he's basically been teleported into this fantasy world, which has giant robots. The giant robots are typically piloted by girls. Male pilots are fairly rare, so that's kind of an interesting twist. And he's kind of sort of protecting this princess who has this sort of all-female bodyguard. Animation quality is very good. Again, it's an OVA. Typical AIC. I mean, it doesn't look shockingly amazing, but it definitely looks, it's fluidly animated. You know, they know where to put the frames to look right. And the animation quality is just certainly not a problem. I'll put it that way. I certainly liked and enjoyed the animation quality all the way through. And the music is very good. I mean, it certainly fits and is epic where it needs to be, and bold where it needs to be, and quiet where it needs to be. And just very nice. Very typical fantasy music. So overall, just very enjoyable. For you Tenchi fans, a few little notes. Again, this is a classic AIC harem anime. If you're used to Tenchi or El Hazard or any of those, I mean, you'll feel right at home here. There is no direct Tenchi tie-in yet. All we know is that Kenshi is apparently Tenchi's half-brother. Not revealed in the show, but it's just mentioned in some of like the show notes. That's all we know, but none of the other characters have shown up, no reference to Jirai or anything. This appears to be a completely separate alternate world. There is, however, a tie-in to a slightly different show by the same creator, which also kind of ties into Tenchi through Tenchi GXP. This character shows up, and you might recognize her. She looks very similar to a character from a show called Dual Parallel Trouble Adventure. So interesting to see how all that will tie in. But anyway, I'm really enjoying it. It's a fun show. Good action. Well, I say good action. I mean, there's action, and it looks well animated and so forth. The characters are, you know, like I mentioned, good, solid characters. Fun to watch, entertaining, and overall just interesting. You know, not your typical characters, and they have some stuff. And again, I'm only 2 episodes in, so who knows. But overall, it's definitely enjoyable. So that's my review, and let me know what you think if you get a chance to watch it. And I hope if you like anything sort of harem anime-like or romantic or action, you know, you got some here. So good stuff. Let me know what you think. Take care. Bye.